Good morning and welcome to Crawl or No Crawl. This is Carolyn Holzman. Today is Tuesday, August 9th. Well, it finally happened. The anticipated nosebleed area of a weather tool suddenly jumping up after last summer was the summer of all the updates. This summer has been the summer of all the Googlebot updates and Search Console updates. My God. Okay, so that's the first bit of news. The second one is that we are seeing a rollback on last week. There was content published on the 5th, and that has been pushed back. It's no longer findable by either of its keywords. And I'm going to start describing a rollback as potentially where the previous cache of the page has been removed. So I promised you this week I would talk a little more, I think in programmer language, about indexing. We talked about the three systems that Google says they have, which is a crawling system, an indexing system, and a serving system. And I think what a better way to describe it when I find content found by both or one of its keywords is that it has successfully gone through all three of those systems, the crawling, the indexing, and the serving. So again, I'll be more precise, I think, as I describe this. It'll take me a little practice, but we'll get there. Today is 347 of the Indexation Research Project. So pretty soon we're going to be hitting the year mark here pretty soon. Kind of exciting. Now let me show you two things. One, now if you read online, you might hear this, that there was a fire in a Google data center. Okay, and that was in Iowa, Council Bluffs, Iowa. So let me ask you this. What are the odds that the same server center is impacting the UK, Germany, Italy? I could go on. Spain. The only places where it seems to be like it was before, very calm, is Australia and Japan. So what are the odds, right? So I don't think that what we're seeing through majority of the world right now is a very high sensor reading, and that it's due to this data center fire just doesn't make sense. So especially since we know they probably have a fair amount of redundancy built in. So what I believe we're seeing, it is not an update. If you think you're seeing an update, just go ahead and slap your own wrist. You'll save me from doing it. I believe that the crawling and the indexing, that has been going on throughout this entire system, this entire time, and that the serving system is the one that is where they hold back that space between the indexing and the serving systems, so that when they do a slight rollback and they're kind of unleashing all of their pre-processed data that they've been holding back. And so I think what we're seeing here is now this serving. Now, there was a quote, I'll put it in somewhere, but it basically, in order to actually index a piece of content, they have to keep an archive of the page internally. So I think that there's a space between when they make that archive and when they serve that in the SERPs. And I think what we're seeing here is now that servability system is now being allowed to catch up. You're welcome. Please do not stress. I do not believe this is an update of the core algorithm. If you go up or down, you know, you're being rewarded, or other people are being rewarded for their optimization. So if you're going down, it is not likely a penalty. Likely a penalty. Who knows? All right, that's the end of today. And I will tell you about the new bot tomorrow.